What are you doing with those Oreos?
Eating them?
Well, you know what we could be doing with those Oreos.
What could we do with these Oreos?
Newton's Laws experiments.
Newton's Laws experiments?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Alrighty.
Alright, so for Newton's first law, which is an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest, unless acted upon by an outside force, you need 3 items. A nice cup of milk, a piece of paper, and a single Oreo. Now, watch this. My hand takes the paper, just like that, but this time it's gonna take the paper. Wow.
Incredible.
Now, let's talk about what we just saw. That Oreo was at rest, and it had 2 forces acting on it. One, of course, being gravity, and the second, the normal force of the paper pushing back up onto the Oreo. Now, when there are 2 forces, there's going to be a static friction between the Oreo and the paper. And in this experiment, the static friction is too low that when I pull the paper away, it doesn't hold on to the paper and stays at rest, dropping into the cup of milk.
Now we're going to tell you a little about Newton's second law. Newton's second law states that the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force applied, and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. In other words, force equals mass times acceleration. Take a closer look.
So much strength going into pushing this box of Oreos!
Oh man, this is super easy.
Oh!
Let's talk a bit about how that worked. Now the mass of my single Oreo was a lot lower than the mass of Corey's box Oreos. Therefore, the force needed to push Corey's box of Oreos was much higher than the force needed to push my single Oreo at the same acceleration, as displayed by our experiment. Now we're going to take a closer look at Newton's third law of motion, which states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Let's take a closer look. Now let's talk a bit about that experiment. We saw there Newton's third law, which is that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The action was me dropping the pack of Oreos on top of the catapult, and the reaction was the single Oreo flying into the air. It's not a perfect catapult, but it works for the sake of our experiment.
Thank you so much for coming to watch Corey Friedman and Owen Ferguson presenting Newton's 3 laws with Oreos. I hope you enjoyed. But wait, there's more! Time for some Oreo trick shots. Another one! Bounce shot.